Good morning. So I'm gonna let you know I'm actually filming this on Sunday morning, and I'm really excited because a great friend of mine, a priest from seminary, he had expectations that he was going to be in Poland right now helping plan a pilgrimage, but something happened with his passport where even though it's not expired yet, they said it's expiring soon enough that they won't let him travel. So because of that, I'm gonna actually get to see him today, which is awesome. Not something that I expected, but something that the Lord is allowing, which is great. And so even within that, my whole thought is now like, okay, gosh, well, what are my expectations for hosting him? What are his expectations going to be? Because I want it to go well. I'm guessing we've all been there before where there's like opportunity that we're going to spend time with someone and we know we're going to have fun, but there's like this pressure, right? To have it go just right. And so I started praying about it this morning and ended up coming up with a whole list and I basically labeled it different perspectives for living the same thing. And it's all about expectation versus invitation. And I want to share it with you. And rather than just reading it, I'm going to actually turn the camera around and show you, just in case if you want to screenshot it and have it for yourself, because I think it can be really helpful and I think it's actually really healing. So here we go. We're going to turn this around. Different perspectives for living the same thing, right? And here it is. So when we live with expectations, there's pressure. It can be rigid and unrelenting. It's inflexible, often unrealistic, often unreachable. It's led by pride and not led by the Spirit of God. It's impersonal and isolating. It's focused on results and a goal. It's all about accomplishing and providing. It's about completing something, having to do something. There's often with that expectation, if we don't match it, there's repercussions, which just leads us to fear. Those expectations, they come from ourselves or from others. It closes off our heart, our dreams, and our wishes. It often leaves God behind and doesn't let him be a part of the picture. Frequently, it's self or other-willed. It's seeking approval. There's often a fear of failure. The whole thing feels like this project that's pass or fail. It's often close-minded. It's my project, and it's all about just like conquering the moment. Gross, heavy, pressure, not cool. But if we look at the same exact things as invitations, and this can be your everyday things that you have to do when you wake up in the morning, and it's, what do I have to do today? I got to get this done. I got to celebrate Mass. I got to teach OCIA. I got to, host this friend. I got to okay, I guess I have to do those things. But what if instead I view it as, Lord, what are you inviting me to and what are you going to allow me to participate in today? Then there's a freedom. It feels welcoming and encouraging. It brings my uniqueness to the table. It's entered into one step at a time. You're embraced from the first moment. You're led by love stemming from Jesus' heart. It always leads to actually encountering others with relationship and God. It's focused on the present moment and the journey, not just the results. It's about entering in and encountering. It's about living. It's about getting to do something. You'll experience peace from the freedom. It comes from the Lord. It will actually feed your own seeking and it'll feed your desire. It requires staying with Jesus. It's an experience of responding to the will of God. It begins with an acceptance that you're already approved and you are already desired. There's a willingness then to accept results and see where things go. And Romans 8:28, it allows you to see that all things work for good for those who love God. If things start going the way you don't expect, you don't panic and you don't think, oh gosh, this is the end of the world. Because you're just invited to walk with the Lord. You don't have to, fulfill the goal. All things work for good for those who love God. It's open. It's God's project. It's about staying and receiving. That's what the Lord put on my heart about expectation versus invitation. So my question is, how do you live each day? Do you live every day waking up and saying, what are the expectations that are placed upon me that I have the pressure to have to succeed in and I'll probably fail? Or do you say, Lord, what's the invitation that you're inviting me to be a part of? The thing that's amazing with the invitation is that it does give you that freedom to just say, like, okay, this isn't going as I expected, but that's okay. So I'll tell you, as I was praying, I thought, we've had some really nice weather lately. Yesterday was a little rainy and dreary. I hadn't checked the forecast. And I was thinking, you know what I'm going to do when my buddy comes over? I'm going to ask him if he wants to go golfing. Because it's just a great way just to be out, talking, enjoying, just time together. So it was my thought. And all of a sudden, I had this expectation of, like, you know what? Maybe golfing's the thing. And then I opened the door and I looked outside and I said to myself, what's all this white stuff on the ground? Hey, guess what? It snowed. My expectation that maybe we could go golfing today, unfulfilled expectation. That's not a thing. We're not going golfing today. But what has the Lord invited me to? That means, this right here, you know what this snow means? This snow means God is inviting myself and Father Tom Niehaus to do something different. God's inviting it, and it's going to be great. And it's going to be better than golfing would have been, because God has a plan. And I need to be willing to say, okay, not get upset that my expectation wasn't fulfilled, but God, you have a plan. And you have a great plan. And I just want to be a part of it each moment. And what is that plan? Here's what that plan is. I'll tell you right now, I don't know the details. The plan is I get to spend time with a really, really good friend who helped truly form my heart in seminary. Father Tom, he was 3 years ahead of me in seminary. I learned so much. So much of who I am as a priest is because of his mentorship and friendship and truly being a big brother to me. That's the invitation. The invitation from the Lord today is spend time with this priest that is a big brother to you. The expectation isn't create the perfect day where everything goes exactly the way you plan. Create this perfect day, because if you don't, who knows if Father Tom will still want to be your friend. Of course he will. So the Lord's invited me to spend time with a brother who's supportive, and I know it's going to go great. Today, how are you going to live your day? With expectations? Or are you going to accept whatever invitation the Lord puts on your heart? Say yes to the Lord's invitation, see where it goes, be at peace, and enjoy being in the Lord's presence along the way. Have an amazing day following God's invitation, and know that God will be blessing you.